Yeah, this is the Daniel Saul Show, the one, the only, the greatest sports analysis and entertainment podcast on the planet. To all my viewers and listeners, good afternoon, and thanks for clicking on this episode of the Daniel Saul Show exclusively on YouTube, as well as additional highlights on other social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and also on YouTube short format, where you can see highlights from my full episodes on the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Zion Williamson and how he is out for the rest of the season and what his future is looking like and my reaction to him being out once again. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Let's get to it. So is Zion Williamson a bust now that he is out once again for the remainder of the season? Well, I know a lot of y'all are going to be thinking by the title, I'm crazy because the Pelicans had probably their worst season, in a very long time. They're one of the worst teams in the West and one of the worst teams in the NBA. I get it. The season's over. There's only like 10 games, a little under 10 games left for the Pelicans. So it makes no sense to continue to play him if he has a back injury. I get it. But he's always injured. Okay, and I want to say this, and I don't mean to be rude to Zion, okay? Zion Williamson is a great player when healthy. I want to get out the way. He is an extraordinary talent. When he is healthy, he's a superstar in the league. He's a force that is so dominant, it's almost unstoppable sometimes. When he gets, head of steam and he's just going straight at the rim, who can stop it? It's like LeBron James. Who can stop him from getting to the rim? He dunks on people. I get it. He's entertaining. He's a great player. He's called Mini Shaq. Just like they call Gervonta Davis Mini Mike Tyson, they called Zion Mini Shaq. Because he's dominant, he's 6'6", but he's built like a center. He's got power like a center, and he can dunk on anyone on any given night. He is extraordinary. He is a hype man in the locker room. He has that factor that's like, I want to watch this man night in and night out when he can be available for your team. But the reality is he's never available. And because of that, Zion Williamson is the definition of false hope. Let's get that out the way. And I'm going to say it again. Zion Williamson is the definition of false hope. He's a guy who got drafted in 2019, 2020, and a lot of people, saw the hype behind him at Duke. He was doing things that we had never seen before in NCAA basketball history. He was so dominant, it was electrifying. No one had seen anything like it. Duke is a great team for basketball. We already get it. That college is, established in the basketball program. We already understand that. But he was a talent that no one had seen before. Pelicans got the lottery ticket for the number one pick in the draft. Boom. He gets drafted. They just got rid of AD, traded him to LA. A lot of things were going on with New Orleans sports. Sean Payton wanted to get out of his contract, but he didn't yet. They had just traded Anthony Davis from the Pelicans. We already get it. They got Zion, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. It happened. Now, Zion gets there, and he plays 24 games. He's already injured. I understand COVID happened. It kind of screwed with everything, but 24 games. That's it. The best highlights he had was in the Summer League. Now, then the next season comes along, 2020 through 2021. He plays 61 games, and he's out. Okay, he gets injured again. Then the next season, he's out for the entire season. He doesn't play a single game in 2021 through 22. He plays 0 games. He's out for the year. Foot contusion, has foot problems. We already understand it. He's injured again. Then the next year, he plays 29 games, okay? And the thing is, in this year, or the year after, okay, he was one of the best players in the league. The Pelicans were one of the best teams in the league. And then he's out. Okay, 2023 through 24 was his best year. It was the year where he was most available for the team. They did well. And if I'm not mistaken, they played the Lakers in a game. Either that's that season or the season before that. I'm not quite sure. They get to the play-in. And Zion, when they needed him the most, when they were going to win the game against the Lakers, got injured. Out for the game. He's done. Pelicans didn't win. Rest is history. And then this season, he plays 30 games and he's done. He has played 30 games or fewer for the fourth time in his career, which has only been 6 seasons. That is horrific. He gets the fans hyped up. The fans have hope. New Orleans fans are one of a kind, one of the best sports cities in the country. The Pelicans have a great fan base, even though they haven't been, the best team in the NBA all the time. They have a really great fan base. Zion Williamson, the city has hope for the team. They do well, and as soon as they do well, he crumbles, he gets injured, season's over. That's how it's been for the past 6 years. The Pelicans have no chance in getting anywhere when Zion is off the court. There's just no way. This past season, they had Ingram for the majority of the season. They had DeJounte Murray. He got injured with a finger injury. And then Zion was out. McCollum hasn't been doing his thing. They lost Valanciunas. He got traded. He's never available. The fans always get so happy that he's coming back. They're finally going to have a chance. And then he folds. He gets injured again. It's the same thing. And then all of a sudden now it's a back injury. He's just not fit to play in the NBA. It's too physical. And I know a lot of people say it's not physical. It is. It's still physical. Not as it was in the 90s. Not that much. It's not that physical. But it's still physical. It's a contact sport. And he just obviously doesn't seem like he can play in the NBA. Now, I'm going to go and compare his best season versus his career stats, okay? And we're going to look at it because I want to prove to you that, yes, when he is healthy, he's a superstar in the league. I understand that. But he's never healthy. So let's look at his stats. So, for career, he has 24.7 points per game, 4.3 assists, 6.6 rebounds, 2.8 turnovers. It's not too bad. About 0.6 of a block a game. 1 steal. He's shooting 68.9% from the free throw line, which isn't that great at all. 58.9% from the field, which is pretty good, but let's also understand he shoots a lot of his shots from inside the paint. He dunks a lot, shoots a lot of layups. We get it. He plays 31.4 minutes a night, and for a career, he plays 35.7 games a season. Last time I checked, there's 82. He plays 35.7 games a season. So if I'm going to do simple math here, 82 games minus 35.7, that's about 46.3 games missed a season. He misses majority of the season. Let me just say his best year, which was 2023 through 24, where he played 70 games. In those 70 games, he averaged about 23 points a night, 5 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 2.8 turnovers, 0.7 of a block, 1.1 steals, shooting 70.2% from the free throw line, shooting 57% from the field, which is extraordinary, 31.5 minutes played per night, and he played 70 games. That was his most complete season, and he was a great player. He was an all-star caliber player, which is what no one wants to understand. Yes, he's a great player, okay? You either hate him or you love him. You love him, you hate him. It's one of the two. And I'm someone who just sees it from a different perspective. My viewpoint on it is he's a great player when he's healthy. But damn it, he's never available. The Pelicans are never going to do anything because he is never there for his team. He is the definition of false hope. Look, okay, we already established he misses 46.3 games a season. He misses majority of the season. He only plays 35.7 games a season. That's not good enough. 35 games is nothing, okay? 35 games is nothing. Now, let's go to a different player. I'm going to compare him to a guy who frequently is injured. He's injured all the time. He never plays, it looks like he never plays. And a lot of people claim that he's always injured and, he's soft. He's like glass. And that player is Anthony Davis. Okay, ironically, he's the one who got traded, and then the Pelicans ended up getting the number 1 pick and getting Zion. So Anthony Davis, okay, people say he's always injured, all that stuff. Let's compare him to Zion Williamson. Remember how I said Zion only plays 35.7 games a season and misses about 46.3 games a season? Let's look at this. Anthony Davis has never missed an entire season. He has never played 0 games in a season in his entire career. Zion's done that once. That's one. The least amount of games Anthony Davis has ever played in a season is 36. Zion played 0. And if you want to take away that season where he missed the entire season, he played 24 games before. Anthony Davis's lowest is 36. Anthony Davis averages 65.3 games played per season and misses a grand total of 16.7. So 16.7 games missed versus 46.3. That's, 30 more games? Are you kidding? Zion Williamson is never available. Compared to a guy who literally is defined as glass because he's always injured. He even played himself in the video game and he got injured. You know how hard it is to get injured in 2K? And Anthony Davis got injured. That's how injury prone he is. And he only misses 16.7 games a season. Zion misses 46.3. And I get, it's a bigger sample size. Anthony Davis, blah, blah, blah. He's the most injured player I think I've ever seen in my life. But this guy comes in, 6 seasons, he's missed so many games. He's played 30 or fewer games 4 out of the 6 years he's played. That's absolutely insane. No one's going to want him. If the Pelicans try and trade him, who's going to want this guy? They're going to pay him millions of dollars for him to sit on the bench and fall asleep. The guy is never available. He has food problems. And then all of a sudden this season he gets in shape and he plays 30 games. What is that going to do for you? There's 82 games in a season. You're injured to start the season. You're injured to end the season. You're nothing. You're never going to be able to do anything for the team. So the reality is when he's on the floor, he's a superstar. But he is not built for the NBA because the reality is he's never available. He's always injured. And injuries, yes, they do happen in professional sports, but damn it, he plays 35 games a season. He missed a whole season. He never plays. The team is never going to get anywhere because he can never be there to help his team. I understand he's talented. This has nothing to do with his talent. This is strictly to do with his availability for the team. They're paying him millions of dollars to sit on the bench and be injured. I don't understand what's happening. If you have a guy who's consistent and he gets injured rarely, that's a completely different story. Injuries happen. But when your whole career is an injury, you are now a liability. Your career, you as a player, you're a liability for your team. How is any team that you play for going to get anywhere if you are their superstar? And I said this many a times. When Brandon Ingram was on the floor, he was a better player than Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is just more of a hype man. He has that voice. He has that factor in him, that scary factor that teams are going to be scared to play against him. And in the locker room, he's got that voice. He's got that leadership. But skill for skill, talent for talent, Brandon Ingram's a better player. He's just a better player. And he was injured a lot, but he was more available than Zion Williamson. I don't think anybody in the NBA in history has ever been this unavailable. He's never healthy. So this, like I said, for the last time, he is not a bad player. Zion is a talent. He is one of the greatest talents we have ever seen. Talking about being able to get to the rim, finish the way he can, dominate, dunk on people at his size for his position. He plays power forward at 6'6". You never seen it. It's crazy. But he's never available. He's the definition of false hope. He really is. And I'm sorry to Pelicans fans. I'm sorry to people who like Zion. He's a great player, but he's never available. I have given up all hope for this guy to come out and play a full season or play close to it. He's not going to. It's happened once, and when they needed him the most, he folded and he got injured and they lost the play-in game. They can't do it without him. They lost Brandon Ingram. They traded him away. Zion's all they got at this point. And he's out again. And he will continuously be out for the Pelicans or whatever team he plays for. He's a liability in the definition of false hope. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more highlights and analysis from The Daniel Saul Show, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so you get notified every time I post a video and content on my channel. And last but not least, before you get going, check out the Daniel Saul Show website. It's called thedanielsaulshow.com, where you will see all my videos that I posted relating to boxing, football, and basketball, as well as articles that I've written. Thank you so much. Until the next time.